Black, Educated, and Broke
is a weekly entertainment podcast
where we mix hip-hop,
headlines, and all things ATL
into the success of Black millennials
in the Black culture.
What type of game to be in play? How's it going down? It's on till it's gone, then I got to know now. You know I'm ready for the night.
Okay, that was DMX.
That was DMX, the God.
Okay, y'all, we know that verses tonight with DMX and Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, the dog.
Okay, well, because technically this comes out on Friday, so this means it had already passed, and we're going to talk about it, but
cool.
Nevertheless, we're going to get with this. But one of the things, first of all, let me say hello to everybody. Hey, Mike B with no face.
Greetings, good evening.
Hello.
No face, no case.
It's cool. Ron, what's going on, boo? Got your drink?
What's up, kings and queens?
All right, what's up, Maya Pooh?
What's happening?
And goddamn Q.
I already know.
Okay, so one of the things I just wanted to jump. What was that? Somebody's
show, though, the
right,
language.
It's a family show, though, right?
Now with what we about to be covering and having on the show today, y'all, we have a Slap It or Dap It artist who's gonna drop some bars, and it's like I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and I'm gonna bring it when he get on the line because I was telling him what Slap It or Dap It was, and he hit me with. Okay, this lets me feel like, oh, you didn't know what Slap It or Dap It really was. And I'm like, he don't know.
Gonna find out today because I cheated.
Yeah.
He don't know Ron on here. And I'm like, oh,
I
Lord.
couldn't find shit. I didn't know who it was. I was trying to see if they had sent some music or something, so I got to
cheated.
Listen.
I cheated. Don't wait. Just wait.
Okay, we're gonna wait. But no, while we put a wait and pin on that, you got to keep listening. I do want to talk about. I do want to. Hey, what, somebody got something to say? What's going on?
Sorry, Mom.
Right. God damn.
Mom.
I mean, it's an audio medium.
Now, Mom.
It's an audio medium. We can't talk over each other, children. Okay. But one of the biggest things I wanted to jump right into was Kanye West. Ron, I know you was going to already jump. I got some sound bites for him, Ron. Do you want to give a quick overview or should I drop the sound bites?
Drop the sound bites first.
That's because his ass ain't listen to him. Go ahead.
I did listen to him.
Do it.
What's the whole thing?
I just also want to say Randy's hair looks amazing right now. Like I saw pictures earlier and I was just like, oh, you look good.
Inspired by you, Sexy Red. All right, guys. So you see the YouTube video right here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here's the first clip.
Light.
Politics, America, Trump, Biden, Kanye West can free us. The only thing that can free us is by obeying the rules that were given to us for a promised land.
And so it went for an hour.
Okay, that's one. I got more. Hold on. We heard this. Here's the next one. Make it big for y'all.
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
I love that girl. It was so funny. And here's my last one.
My dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
West's public struggles with mental health.
So yeah, that's part. All right, let's get into it. What y'all feeling about that? Ron. Everybody like, oh my God, where do I start? Ron, I'm gonna go with you because you was gonna cover it first, boo.
So yeah, I was gonna cover it, but I'm glad you had those sound bites because I don't want to repeat it and somebody be like, "Oh, you lying." No, he actually said that shit. That shit was a train wreck from beginning to end because not only did he break down crying about his mother saving his life, he broke down about him and Kim K possibly aborting, what's the little girl name, Northwest? Is that
yeah, Northwest, their oldest, yeah.
Then he got into it with a young black lady she asked a question and then she was in the crowd and then he stormed off. But it didn't stop there.
Oh.
He went to Twitter and he said Kim tried to have him committed.
Yeah.
So he was going at Kim, he was going at a mama. He called Chris Jong-un. Then he said Chris couldn't see the kids. So all this has been going from pretty much today, Wednesday. from Sunday to yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle, being the OG big homie he is, I know he was watching this going, what is this nigga doing? So then he had to hop on a plane to go out to Wyoming and just like, bruh, you all right? Like, it's crazy few days for Kanye, but that presidential shit is over. Like, no mas, we're done.
Okay,
Thanks
I know. It was. Oh, now, let me get one more, y'all, because we got to get ready to go into our next segment. Maya, I saw you shaking your head the entire time, sis. What are you thinking about that?
I'm just thinking that from what I've been seeing on social media, a lot of people have been bringing up good points. Like, how would Northwest feel watching this when she gets older, knowing that, you know, I was almost not here. Like, that shit's kind of traumatizing. I hope Kanye gets the help he needs, because we all know he's been going through it since his mom died. But yeah, that's really about it.
Q, I saw you wanted to add a little bit too, dog. What you got?
My perspective is completely different. You know, Mike went, so I don't know what Mike's gonna say, but we got a thing in our community where we label people, and for instance, say you ain't been home in a while, and you put on a few pounds. The first thing somebody gonna say to you, you gain weight.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So I think that we can be very critical and tear down each other, and I don't think it's on purpose when we put labels on folks without completely understanding, you know, different instances. For this instance,
hold on. Actually, we're gonna put a pause because you leave them on the tip of their feet.
You got to stop doing that.
I love it though. He be ready because we gotta jump into this break, y'all. But if you guys are listening, we're talking about the whole Kanye West is a presidential campaign, a lot of meltdowns. Q had a finishing thought. He was on to something. If you want to hear what he's about to say, I need you to keep listening right here on Black Educated and Broke.
Black Educated and Broke is a weekly entertainment podcast where we mix hip-hop headlines and all things ATL into the success of Black millennials and Black culture.
All right, guys, we are back here on Black Educated and Broke, and Q had us on the balls of our feet. We were talking about the Kanye West, his campaign rally in Oklahoma, and how everything kind of uncharted in the meltdowns. Q, you were saying a point about mental illness in the community.
Yeah. So I hadn't got that far, but I think you knew where I was headed.
Yeah, I did.
But we got to be careful with labeling people because of situations. If you're an avid Kanye fan like myself, then you kind of understand what's going on. You may not have experienced it in your life, and you might not agree fully with what's going on. And I'm one of them people. You know, I don't agree with everything that he's doing. Like, I really think it's out of it. But then I have to think back, like, he's clinically bipolar, all right? And I can't say nobody, he's not getting help because he's not getting any better. He takes meds, but I don't know how often. But I think that we should it's a cry for help. And when we cry for help for our own people, around our people, I think we should be stepping up and coming to that aid.
All right, Mike B, what you think about it?
Quick question. He lives in Wyoming now?
Yes, excuse me. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes.
Oh, okay. And then how long have him and Dave Chappelle been friends?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
Oh, okay, because it took that moment when this brother has been crying out for help for a long time. I understand where y'all are coming from. I don't play with mental health, and in this situation, I kind of go with the old folks saying, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But I'm just trying to figure out as fans and his friends in the industry, because I know people that still love him. I mean, Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond just said on the Verses about a month ago how much they love this brother. You just did music with him, but he has been crying for a long time. 808s and Heartbreaks was a song or album really that was a cry for help. So if he's doing this now, Q, of y'all as fans, as the people, his friends, if people gonna step up, then do it. If not, I don't know. I really don't know. When somebody cries out for help, and we've been saying this for such a long time, why wait?
Right. Well, I do want to kind of piggyback on the help thing because I thought that, you know, there was a conjure who came to come reach out to help him before. I thought that had happened. And, you know, at the end
And
of the
he
day,
is clinically. I didn't know that. That's my bad.
I thought somebody came to support him. He went through that before. And
Okay.
him and Dave Chappelle, I feel like even when Dave Chappelle had his issue, I believe Kanye and him had ended up talking about the things then. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I do think it is something serious. I don't think this is just a game. I think there is a mental illness there. And I do really hope he has help instead of really trying to make fun or light of it. I think that there is something, and I hope he gets help. But, you know, another melanin news, because it is about that time. I'm sure Mike B can give us something more uplifting. And well, I'm hoping then you're gonna let us know about what's going on with some late civil rights icons who's passed away, and I can't wait to hear about it. So let us know what's going on in Melanin News.
Yeah, a lot of news. Well, keep Kanye in your prayers. That's what we should do as a people. But these are your headlines. Black, educated, and broke. We mourn the loss of civil rights icons, the Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian and Congressman John Lewis, both of Atlanta, Vivian 95 and Lewis 80. They died Friday, July 17th, both home in Atlanta. We remember them not only as colleagues of Dr. King, but as fathers of the civil rights movement until their last breath, from elders to ancestors. Our top national stories: still no word from former Vice President Joe Biden who his running mate will be as of Wednesday, July 22nd. So Biden announced earlier this week that he's considering 4 black women to be his running mate. So he told MSNBC's Joy Reid on her new show, The Readout, quote, "I am not committed to naming any, but the people I've named, and among them are 4 black women," end quote. CNN previously reported that Senator Kamala Harris of California, Representative Val Demings of Florida, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, former Obama administration National Security Advisor Susan Rice, and Representative Karen Bass of California were among the women considered. Let's go to Chicago. More sad news. 14 people shot outside of a Gresham funeral home. The shooting happened on the 1000 block of West 79th Street when people were leaving the funeral home earlier this week. And around 6:30 p.m., police recovered over 60 bullets. The victims were taken to 5 area hospitals, all adults listed in critical condition. A person of interest has been taken into custody after the driver crashed the vehicle and those inside ran in different directions. Some positive news. Not only did our girl Yara Shahida, did I say her name right? Yara Shahidi. Love her. She signed a big deal. We posted it on our social media page at ABC Studios and started a production company of her own. But Devon Franklin, he's president, CEO of Franklin Entertainment Production Company. He signed a deal with CBS TV Studios. So Yara, of course, she stars in Kenya Barris's Blackish and Grownish. Franklin already has a film deal with Paramount Pictures and a deal with Netflix. So congrats to those two, young, black, and excellent. Some news in the death of Elijah McClain, the 23-year-old black man who died last August after police stopped him and placed him in a chokehold and was later sedated with ketamine. So the Aurora City Council has approved an independent investigation. The executive director of the Washington Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights and Urban Affairs, Jonathan Smith, is going to lead that investigation. He also led the civil investigation of the death of Michael Brown in Ferguson. Still no arrests in the fatal police shooting of Breonna Taylor. Only 1 officer has been fired in Louisville. Shout out to everybody that watched and shared Black Educated and Broke Facebook Live. I had to do it. State of the Movement. My good brother, Atlanta's own Rashad Owens. We just talked about the late civil rights leaders, among other topics going on in the Democratic Party. For the latest in Black news, our news, follow me on Twitter at MikeB_news. And real quickly, I want to send my condolences out to Judge Glenda Hatchett, her mother, a well-known Atlanta community activist, Dr. Hatchett. She passed this week as well. Our elders, man, moving on to the ancestors. This is your Melanin News, heard weekly, right here on Black Educated and Broke.
Yes, thank you, Mike B. He is just always keeping us enlightened. I really love that you had the live going. Y'all, he the one that taught us. Now we're going to be doing Facebook Live and stuff. Shout out to Mike B, because I ain't even know how to do it. But
we got to use it.
But I do want to say that I appreciate that you have really been bringing us up to date with what's been going on with the civil rights icons, because, when John Lewis passed, I actually really felt kind of sad, and it's like, dang,
I still been somber. Earlier this week, okay, well, we already said it is Wednesday. We record on Wednesday. So, of course, CT Vivian lot in state at the state capitol.
Amazing history.
I've had plenty of times to be in his presence and be blessed by. Cause he was so funny, just funny,
Mike,
tall,
was he not
skinny.
at the event we went to? Okay, that time we had saw Andrew and
Andy Young was there. I don't know if CT Vivian was there. He
I don't
might
know
have
why I
been
thought I
there.
saw him there.
It's a possibility. He never
the
stopped.
MLK excellence.
Never stopped. So yeah, it's been a long. And like I said, Judge Glenda Hatchett, her mother, well known here in Atlanta.
I didn't know that.
Dr. Hatchett, she was an OG. Just got breaking news early this week. Medgar Evers' brother. He was one of the first black mayors in Mississippi, and also a member of the NAACP Civil Rights in Mississippi, along with his brother. He just passed this week. That's a lot. Our elders getting up out of here.
And that's why
I don't blame them.
I want to say this is why it's important. With so many things being removed from history, I feel like it won't be long where they be trying to grab other stuff that shouldn't be removed from history. And that's why it's up to us to keep spreading the knowledge, keep spreading and sharing the history so that it never dies when our ancestors, when they die off. So
Emma Sanders, one more. She and Fannie Lou Hamer were some of the OG ladies, especially of the Democratic Party. That lady made sure she integrated the Democratic Party in the 60s.
Yeah, respect your elders that are still here. Embrace them, love them, get as much wisdom and knowledge as you can from them while they are still here. Get their stories, write their stories down so that their legacy can live on. All right, guys, so we're going to take another quick break. When we get back, we having our Slap It or Dap It. We got a two. They're a duo. One is a producer rapper, one is a rapper, and their song is called Truth. Hit on Slap It or Dap It. We're going to let you know if it's the truth. So keep listening right here on Black, Educated, and Broke.
Everybody want to be a rapper, but don't nobody want to rap. Well, we're going to give you a chance to rap on Slap It or Dap It. Send us your music, your MP3 to blackeducatedandbroke@gmail.com and we'll play it. What's even better is we're going to invite you to the show and then you can show the world and us what you got. You think you got what it takes? We're going to see.
All righty, we are back here on Black, Educated, and Broke. And guys, like as always, you can get all of the updates on our Melanin news or things that are happening in Black culture at Black, Educated, and Broke. Go to our website, blackeducatedandbroke.com, and hit us up on Twitter, BEB Podcast _ATL. All righty, so I know y'all see some new screens on the faces for those who are watching the visual medium. And for those that are listening, we have our Slap It or Dap It people. So I got my boy Dro, and I got Slick James. Welcome to Black, Educated, and Broke, y'all.
What's going on?
Okay, now I need to get right into these names, right? Because, when I heard your name was Slick James, I don't know. I thought you were going to have, like, slicked hair or something, or, like, I didn't know what to expect. So where did that name come from?
Growing up, they always called me Slick, and I just put the James with it,
Rick James, Slick James.
Just to kind of give it a little
flavor.
Rick James,
you pulled that's what Nipsey did. Instead of Nipsey Russell, he called himself Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's creative.
My government name Ricky too, so you know what I'm saying? It really makes sense.
Okay.
Oh,
You couldn't use Slick Rick. That's probably copyrighted.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would have been sued before I ain't got to talk to y'all.
Probably.
Okay, Dro, what about you? Dro, man. Tell me how you did, Dro.
My nickname Pedro. So the Dro at the end of it. So everybody just called me Dro man, and then I just took it and ran with it.
Why they call you Pedro? That sound like Pedro. Why they call you that?
I don't know. I just came out the womb with that nickname. That's all I knew. But my real name, Jeremy, everybody called me Pedro.
And now both of y'all from South Georgia. I know you tried to check me earlier before we were recording, and you was like Southeast Georgia. Oops. Okay, so where exactly do you gentlemen reside from or come from?
Pearson, Georgia.
Pearson.
Georgia, yes. Pearson.
How far is that to something that some others like that's not from here, like me, would know? What's that close to?
So it's like 3 hours from Atlanta.
Oh.
3 hours. Have y'all ever heard of Valdosta?
Yes, where the onions.
Yes. No,
I know where they down there by Waycross. Y'all.
Yeah. 30 miles Waycross, yes.
Yeah, I got folks down in the country.
She talking about Vidalia.
There we go. I'm so sorry. Listen.
Not from here.
That's all bad. Valdosta, that's my man Lorenzo Kane is from.
Yeah, Valdosta,
Yeah, my boy.
That's Southwest Georgia.
Got you.
Southeast. Get it right, please. Southeast Georgia. Okay. Okay, so I want to kind of talk about this. I know me and you, Pedro, Dro, we was talking earlier, and you were saying that you're a producer, I guess, first, what you really do, but then you also an artist. Tell me about it, how you collab with Slick James.
But man, we've been knowing each other our whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like he in the music, I'm in the music. So that's how we it's really just because we know each other, you know, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Home team. Everything home team. Everybody who I deal with, basically from here. So I wanted to, you know, be able to help them out along the way, however I could. So that's why I started doing everything. Because I was out doing it by myself, and I know how hard it is doing it by yourself. So, you know, I just want to step up and help.
You know what? I kind of feel like that, and I feel like you got something, but I kind of feel like that's kind of like how this podcast, like, you know, I wanted to do a host thing, but I feel like no, like Mike B got a good voice. Maya Pooh, she funny as hell. Oh, then cute. Oh, I gotta get my and everybody so we can all come together. Because I feel like you kind of move faster when it's a group, when it's more than one than just one. So I get that.
You think I'm funny?
I think you are so funny. You're so cute. I just thought you were perfect for the show. Thank you. But go ahead, Q.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. You know, I do it dirt by myself. So, but hey, more power. I feel that though. Sometimes two heads is better than one. Tell you that.
So let's talk about the single "Truth." You know, what inspired when people listen to it? What is it that you're trying to get them to get from it? Like, let's talk about that.
Okay, well, Truth. We was just in the studio one day. We were gonna make a song. I didn't really feel like making a beat, so I was like, man, let's just pull up a beat that's people that famous artists already own and do it. And I always wanted to jump on the Outkast beat, so we pulled the Outkast beat up, and then it just happened. You know, it was like a couple days after the George Floyd incident, so it turned into one of them songs. Yeah. Like, it's one of them songs.
Y'all might want to spin this forever.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Spin this forever. What? Come on, Slick James.
We want to come with substance. Like, we just ain't want to be talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna be in your ear, we want to give you something good to help you, not hurt you. Right. So it's all about uplifting the Black people, not just like.
You heard that. It got to be right. He said an Outkast beat. It got to be right.
I ain't got no line.
Not only did he say Outkast beat, but he talk about uplifting. So he trying to make sure we don't DAP his shit. I caught that. We about to see.
Okay. Well, on that note, I kind of feel like you done already kind of got us going. So go ahead and just introduce your track, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Go ahead, do your thing.
Truth by Dro Slick James. Just check it out and tell us what you think. We ain't gonna say too much. We just want y'all to listen.
Straight up.
Yeah. Yeah. In this crooked world, in this crooked world, I still gotta raise my son, knowing that I never be free as a Black man. So the game that we play kinda different. You gotta watch how you move, you can't be slipping. I gotta watch how I rap, my son is listening. Now when you look up in that mirror, really tell me what you see. If you know you're telling lies, then you looking at a liar. When you see us Black men, just know you looking at survivors. And straight up out the Georgia, yeah, that's Southeast. Living in a cold world, so we gotta pack the heat. One false move, cross the wrong nigga, get you killed, let's not forget that we had a war with ourselves too. Yeah, it's true. Getting profiled by them boys in black and blue. Every day I wonder if my son gon' really be free. If it's up to me, nigga, then the hell yeah. Power to the people, listen up and really make a change, let's not complain.
Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. But we just speaking the truth. But we just speaking the truth. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. But we just speaking the truth. But we just speaking the truth. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. But we just speaking the truth. And we just speaking the truth. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Hey, we just speaking the truth. And we just speaking the truth.
Ain't no telling what tomorrow gon' bring. So shine hard, do as much as you can. Never depart, we stand. My brother died, I'ma lend him a hand. Change the living, we can change the game. My mama raised a man. We stand together, we can change the view. On one accord, put the movement like true. It's hard to stand the truth. My Black and brown stand strong for the truth. All around the world, we trying to say to you, and it's a lie, gotta keep them secure. Won't be another feel them how we do my thing this time. Gonna be a lot different. Promise ain't gonna go back and down. I bet we going with it. Hesitating on the first move, then you a sworn enemy.
Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot. But we just speaking the truth. But we just speaking the truth. Say if we don't, they gon' shoot.
Dro and Slick James, honey. Truth. Say we gonna lose, they gonna shoot. We just trying to tell the truth. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my personal. Let me just get it on out there because I hadn't listened. I heard a little. I had started it and I got distracted and I didn't really listen. But this time I listened and then I listened to your lyrics. For one, shout out to Slick James, honey. In this little music video he was doing in his chair, baby. He was getting in it like he was rapping live. Okay, but
Y'all feel it, man.
I felt that shit too. I'm gonna slap it, okay? I really enjoyed it. I liked the beat, you know, it kind of gave me a little bit of Outkast vibes a little bit, but I liked the hook, I liked the lyrics, like you were speaking some real stuff, and it was uplifting, it was encouraging, and yeah, that's gonna get played on my track. So slap for me.
I appreciate that.
All right, ladies first, Maya Pooh.
I slap it. They had me when this first started. I know, right? It's a surprise. But when it first started, I was kind of like, okay, but because of the beat, obviously. Yeah. But like, then I started listening, and I was like, okay, it's not like regular, you know, shit. They actually talking about some stuff. So. You know, so I'm always here for a cause, you know.
Slap for Maya. Okay, let's go to you, Ron.
So, who is that rap first?
That was me.
I don't know where you got that, how you got that down like that, but that's kind of your flow is somewhat of, it made me think of Big Gift.
Yeah. I feel you.
It gave me somewhat of a Big Gift vibe.
Yeah.
That's a legendary beat. So you had to come right on that. Yeah, you had substance to what you were saying. I would like to hear you like something that you actually made yourself.
Oh yeah, we got that.
But I'm gonna slap that. I got a good vibe from that, and I'm gonna slap that.
Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate it.
And Ron's like me. We don't like nothing.
Okay, like, oh my God.
This is, I'm amazed.
Okay. I'm going to save Mike B for last since he does say that he had cheated. So I'm going to go ahead with Q. What you got?
What does that have to do with my answer?
What does that have to do with you? Because I just want to save Mike's answer. His for last.
All right. I ain't cheat. I really wish I had. Because I did like the song. But when I listen, like I'm not a one listen person. Like I gotta listen to it multiple times. Most of the time I ain't gonna catch what nobody's saying unless I'm driving anyway. That's when I do my best thinking and I can hear the music. But with it being in my ears right now, I caught it. Now I almost caught myself saying throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't. But I had to keep up with what was said. You know, like Mike said, that's a legendary beat. And y'all did do it justice. I definitely will slap that track. That's something that I would throw in with the Lil Baby's new joint. Who else got a positive track? Like Twista did that Hope. Nas got the track. Y'all know what track I'm talking about with Nas. Any of the motivation, that's something that I would, if I put like a little list together, something like that, I would play it. There ain't nothing I would just not ever play again, but it was definitely dope. I mess with the cadence. That's real big for me when listening to rappers. And nothing like a rapper whose voice is the same tone as the music or the cadence is off, you'll lose me every time. But I'm slapping it for sure.
All right.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah, we got 4 slaps. Okay, Mike B, what you got?
I cheated. I was on the email setting up the stuff for today, so I said, let me go and push play. And when the beat dropped, literally I was like, that big Gip, like Ron, I was with, I said, that Gip freestyle. Oh, wait a minute. But you took that legendary beat and that legendary song and literally it can go in a rotation with today's music and with the message. You say y'all got in the studio literally after George Floyd, and literally we to the 20-year-olds, we old to them. So they literally out in the streets protesting and making the voices be heard, and we out there with them. And like literally, we could literally drop ATLians with Outkast and then follow right behind it. And if we played that song, trust me, old heads, people our age, and the kids are gonna have a good time. And that's how I felt when I listened to it. So I'm gonna slap it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna slap it.
And Mike don't like rap music. This is
I
good.
do not. If the rap came after like '04, I just said, you know what, I
Yeah.
let it go. I just
Not
can't.
even Young Jock is going down.
You see my face?
I wanna say this though.
Oh.
That beat is a legendary beat. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But there's a lane open because it's been a while from the South in a way that we had any legendary group. I mean, you had 8-Ball, MJGs, UGK, Outkast, Goody Mob, Phil Mob. It's been a while since we had that.
That's
so, like I said, I want to hear something with you on your own.
Yeah, we doing a tape. Like we got like 10 tracks in now that we finna drop. Like everything. I'm teaching him how to make beats and all. So we got that coming soon. Like it's in the process. I'm mixing it now. So definitely when we drop it, we'll be back. You feel me? We got it.
Hey, we need some show music. Can we throw that in there?
Oh, we're definitely gonna use these tracks for the show.
We done asked a million people. Can we get some show music?
So what he means, like sometimes we've been needing like somebody to create like an intro for us, like a dope intro, like kind of song, like y'all did. But for Black Educated and Broke, like with our names, we need somebody to go ahead and do that.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Don't play.
We ain't gonna play.
We done asked a lot of people.
And they're like, oh, I got you.
We got you.
Cricket.
We got you.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Okay, well, let me say this because, you know, Dro, Slick James, you got is that 5 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 slaps. And, you know, like I said, that really don't happen too much. You know, I mean, I'm kind of easy going with music. I like good music, period. But everybody else is a real pretty.
I don't like rap. They know.
A little harder than I. So the fact that you got 4 slaps, because that's something that's what it is. Right now, we are on our Facebook Live streaming all of this. So I'm going to replay the track when we get done here so they can listen. But I know you kind of was talking about something coming soon, so they go right into my next thing. Okay, how can we hear this? How can we get more music? How can we follow? Let us know.
Okay, when we drop it, we're going to drop it on our platform, on our social media platforms. And we will also email you the track so you can listen to it person on that. So everything we do, we're going to reach out. This is actually my first time ever doing something like this.
Oh.
Yeah, you go with Rashad, right? And you the one to go with Rashad.
Oh, you just tell everybody on Facebook, child.
My bad.
Oh,
but that's all,
You can say that she put him all on blast on the radio program that we do.
Yeah, so I know him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could tell you, like, I wasn't even into rap. Like, when me and him met, we met in college. Like, rap, he was rapping. He was rapping back then.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so.
Do you have?
Who was rapping?
Shy,
do you have any videos?
Randy West.
Please.
Please.
Shy.
Hey, Shy was dope. You know, like he was dope.
Send him the Zoom link.
I need the videos. I need the YouTube links. I need it all.
No, I need Shy. Randy, where's Shy?
He's at work. He's at work right now.
So when I met him in college, he was rapping. So I was like, I tried to play his manager, so I had no side up this thing.
Oh, Lord.
So that's how I kind of got into it. And so after college, he moved back. I just started rapping then, but I also had a lot of stuff going on in my life that like took me away from it. So now within the last year, I've been back, and Slick, he been there. I've been on helping me get back. So I wasn't even rapping. He motivated me to start back rapping.
Come on now.
I was on the net.
So now it's full-fledged now. Like, we doing it all. Beats, like, we got other artists that we deal with and all.
Okay, I love it. I am so happy that you hadn't been doing it in a while, but you got back into it and then, you know, developed something as dope as what we just heard. So we'll go ahead and let them know, how can they follow y'all? Like, what are your social media pages?
So my Facebook is Pedrogram. I got 2 Instagrams. One is Droman912, and my other Instagram, which is my personal, is Pedrogram. So them my social media platforms.
My social media, Facebook, The Real Slick James. Catch me on Instagram, The Real Slick James 912.
This the man right here.
You remind me so much of some of my cousins back in Dallas, Texas. Oh my God. When I'm like, oh my God, there's my cousin right there. Just baby goes.
You got to go hang with the folks down at Waycross. That's that right there.
What you know about Waycross? What you know about Waycross?
Oh, I'm straight Georgia all the way. My family all over.
Okay,
what's the name of the group? Yeah, you got to have a name.
We ain't no group. He the artist. I'm not really an artist. I just rap. But
Manny Fresh and Baby said the same thing. They became big time. You gotta get a name.
But we going struggle music. That's the little name we going on.
Struggle music. I like that.
Straight for the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Down south.
So would you say y'all more set up like a no limit? It's a lot of artists, or like
Master P, just like that. We trying to come out just like that.
Because I was gonna say, or a Dungeon family where
Dungeon, all that. We all in one. That's what we watch coming up. So we doing that all in one. Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to eat.
Okay, well, everybody got to eat. So they got to eat, y'all. So that's why we need to go support their music. Go listen to Truth. We're going to put it on our website, blackeducatedandbroke.com, so you can listen, share your feedback. It's going to be on our social media at Black Educated and Broke. I want to say thank you again to Dro Slick James for coming out to hang with Black Educated and Broke. We appreciate y'all. Y'all did that. We slapped it. Guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next segment, which is going to be something about we be in the city, I think. We will figure it out. But guys, keep listening here because we got a lot more to talk about on Black Educated and Broke.
Are you sitting at your desk right now, bored out of your mind, tired of listening to all of these songs in the same old playlist? Well, do me a favor. Go to the Apple Podcast or SoundCloud and listen to Black Educated and Broke. We're going to give you lots of laughs, giggles, and lots of life. You heard it first with Randy O.
All right, guys, we are back here on Black Educated and Broke. I hope you enjoyed our Slap It or Dap It. Okay, again, his album is, the single is called Truth. You can stream it everywhere. Of course, we have it on our pages, which you can always follow at Black Educated and Broke. But, it's time for the rundown. Who's rundown? Ron's rundown. What's going on, dog?
What's going on, kings and queens? So tonight is the night versus battle of the dogs, DMX versus Snoop Dogg. And I know last time I talked about this.
Hey, Ron, did you hear that?
What?
Hold on. What's that? What's my motherfucking name? Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
You know what? I know last time I said I thought DMX was going to win, but I was listening to Charlamagne the God this morning, and he was just going down the list, and it's going to be a good battle, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Like, how'd you have any doubt?
Because DMX is such a beast, bro. Like, I really saw him like not like wiping Snoop, but winning. But I think it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
I don't know. I listened to him. I guess I listened to him both. I even got Snoop's first album on vinyl. Like DMX first 3 albums, that was 2 years. And people don't realize that was 98, 99. He put out 3 albums.
Right.
He got some bangers on there, and Snoop has just got the longevity. But you got to think back. We first heard Snoop on the Deep Cover soundtrack. Like the 187, he been putting bars. I was at 93, 92, 93, and all through Death Row, on to No Limit record. Like he got music. It's gonna be a good battle. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good battle. So I'm going either way now, man. Either one of them could win. I'm going to abandon DMX winning. NBA, man, we got like what, a week and some change left. We will finally be able to get a little bit of sports back.
No,
man.
It's back. What do you mean this week? The NBA came back.
The games ain't started. The games start next week.
No,
they've been scrimmaging.
They scrimmaging. They playing though. That's some sports.
The actual games will be next week.
This is Ron's rundown. I thought.
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry. Gotta help him out. Gotta help him out. My bad.
I saw a video of what the actual arena looks like, and I saw something so beautiful on the court. Black Lives Matter is actually in big black letters on the court, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Funny you should say that.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. It's Ron's rundown.
In NFL news, Antonio Brown sent out some tweets that may lead to him saying that he's going to retire. Not really sure if I believe he's retiring. I mean, I don't understand how you go from practicing with Russell Wilson last week to now you're going to retire. And honestly, I was actually excited about him and Russell Wilson. Look good together, man. And Russell Wilson's never had an elite wide receiver before.
Ain't no season.
So,
let it go. The Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions 2021 again.
Stop being nice to Q, man.
Ain't no football this year.
It's all good, man.
Ron,
there's no keeping them.
Ron, y'all had y'all chance. Y'all couldn't make it past the AFC.
And we got another chance. We got another chance. Anyway, man, that's it for the rundown, man. We'll see what happens next week when B-ball start, man. But that's it for me.
All right, guys. Ron's rundown. As always, y'all can follow Ron for all his shenanigans at Mr. FYPM. As a matter of fact, if you look on the screen here, we have all of our social media handles. We have Maya, which is it's Maya _.
No.
Maya underscore.
Yeah.
So it's Maya's, her name is Maya, okay? But it's Maya _. We got Q. His is correct at the takeover, and that's Q. Okay, not K. And then we have Mike B. His is not on there, but his
It is not. Mike B _ news on Twitter. Don't follow me on that there.
Oh, you don't like to follow Instagram?
It is private.
I never knew that.
Yeah, his page is private. He got to
Private.
actually approve you.
You got to be approved, and I ain't got time.
Yeah.
Okay, what can you say? Give us your Twitter handle one more time, good sir.
Mike B _ news.
All right, I'll be following that too. All righty, guys. So when we get back, what we're gonna talk about when we get back? Oh, cute conversations. Or should we do We Be in the City? I think we're gonna talk about We Be in the City because actually there's this event that Mike B brought to my attention that everybody didn't know about because it's Black businesses, Black women trying to do big things. All right, so I need you guys to keep listening right here on Black Educated and Broke.
Hey y'all, what it do? It's your girl, it's Maya. So you're not doing anything right now? Go over to blackeducatedandbroke.com and check out my blog, The Mayan Empire. We're waiting for your feedback.
All right, guys, we are back here on Black Educated and Broke. Shout out to Ron's Rundown, guys. Always keeping us what's going on. The sports banter, the hip hop banter. I love it. We love it. Yeah, let's keep it going. With We Be in the City. I actually didn't have much. I really just wanted to highlight this event. It's a pop-up shop. It's taking place Saturday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it's like a platinum. It's at Platinum Peaches Dance Studio. It's out there in Decatur, Georgia. Anyway, it's like a women's empowerment type of situation. Black owned, Black vendors. They're gonna have a lot of shops. They got cosmetics, organic stuff, couture, all kind of stuff the girls like. Kind of like my event that I had last weekend. We had a lot of vendors there, and people, we gotta support these vendors. Some people are like, oh, how do I support a Black vendor? When you go to events like this and buying a t-shirt, buying some smell good, all of that all the time. Y'all hear people on our commercials. Carissa, her talking about the candy-coated glasses. You know, we got Vintage Connoisseur, him selling clothes. We got Randy OPNR doing PR. We're all about Black empowerment and trying to support and uplift each other. So if you guys want to check out the pop-up shop and get your shop on with some Black excellence, pull up. Again, that's going to be at 12 to 5, and I'll put it on our social media pages. And as far as the event, I do want to say just public thank you to everybody. There was one young lady there that came that told me she listened to Black Educated and Broke, and she came to the event, and I appreciate that. Maya, I wasn't able to stream, but I knew you had to get your coins, sis, so I still love you. But it was a good thing, and I do look forward to actually doing one in Dallas. That's what we're going to do, and do another one in Atlanta. So I just want to say thank y'all for your support. So, guys, I'm going to take this last break. We're going to get into some conversations with Q, and we're going to wrap this thing on up right here on Black Educated and Broke.
What you doing? What's popping? You ain't doing nothing. Turn on Black Educated and Broke right now.
And we are back here on Black Educated and Broke, getting to some conversations with Q. What's on your mind today, Q?
Hit him up. I ain't even want to hit him, but I hit him. The chopper. Hit it. All right, man. I didn't want to do this, but I got to do it. Because of the climate of what's going on and the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it was brought to my attention this week, and I had to do my research because I didn't want to just believe it. But myself, well, I can't say that I was really supporting it, but I'm going to encourage other people not to support Black Lives Matter. Bring the hate. I'm waiting.
Hold on, wait, can you say that again? I had to put my earphones down.
I said I'm going to ask others not to support Black Lives Matter.
All right, enlighten us. Why swag?
The organization with the movement?
Absolutely, Mike.
Okay, the actual okay.
The actual organization, not Black Lives Matter, because that is important. We definitely need to support that. But it's not imperative that we support the actual organization or the movement or agenda that they're pushing. Now, I have one of my fraternity brothers is the face of Black movements and protesting in the city, and he was associated with the local chapter there. But recently, he was pushed out of being the face of for no other reasons besides the fact that he was a man. All right, I sat down, I had a talk with him, and he sent me a video, and I watched the video, and then I went and did my own research. So I'm going to read to you what they're about, and this comes straight from their website. If you want to go to blacklivesmatter.com and go to about, then you can follow along, or you can go read it for yourself at another time. And let me say this, I'm not homophobic. I don't have anything against people who have a different sexual orientation than myself. I just think that the way that this is being pushed is wrong for the situation at hand. But I'm going to read it. And this is some parts down, like you got to read to get to this part. We are guided by the fact that all Black lives matter, regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, immigration status, or location. We make space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate and lead. We are self-reflexive and do the work required to dismantle cisgender, look that word up, privilege, and uplift Black trans folk, especially Black trans women who continue to be disproportionately impacted by trans antagonistic violence. We build a place that affirms Black women and is free from sexism, misogyny, and environments in which men are centered. We practice empathy. We engage comrades, look that word up, with the intent to learn about and connect with their context. We make our spaces family friendly, and that's important in this stanza. We make our spaces family friendly and enable parents to fully participate with their children. We dismantle patriarchal practice that requires mothers to work double shifts so that they can mother in private even as they participate in public justice. We disrupt the Western described nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended family and villages that collectively cares for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable. So if as a movement, if we're going, now let me say this because I don't have an issue with them including the LGBTQ community. That's perfect. I think I feel that Black Lives Matter covers everybody. People on Twitter telling me that that's not the case. If that's not the case, that's really messed up. When I say Black Lives Matter, if you are harmed in any way and you're African American or Black, then your life mattered, all right? Some people are saying that it doesn't matter when it comes to women. It doesn't matter when it comes to transgender people. Now, my issue with this is if this is what it is for Black Lives Matter, then I don't think you necessarily need to single out men in the statement. There's several times in here where they single out men as far as being head of, which is not a problem. I enjoy seeing women lead, taking charge, and working closely together. But they kind of go out of their way to exclude men. And if it's a Black Lives Matter, then it shouldn't be the case. Let me find the place where it kind of, right here, where it says we disrupt Western prescribed nuclear family structure. Now, if you read further down, it says to the degree that mothers, which is women, parents, which doesn't necessarily mean fathers, and children are comfortable. Parents can be two mothers or two fathers. But to say mothers but not fathers, it kind of loose. I guess you just got to kind of read it and look at the whole agenda to understand like what they're saying. So I don't think that Black Lives Matter as a whole is getting the recognition that it deserves, but this certainly does not help the case at all.
Okay, and so like I went through the website and I just kind of read these and things, and I saw like a couple of instances like where you said we dismantle the patriarchal practice that requires mothers to double shift so that they can work in another private event. So I mean, I saw a little bit of it. I don't know if it was to that far to maybe necessarily say that they was like maybe not pro men necessarily, but you didn't say that. But I get what you're kind of saying. I don't know if I fully think it's to that extreme. I do feel like they make it a point to make sure that blacklivesmatter.com is LGBTQ friendly. I did notice a lot of that, which is fine, but just gives you more idea maybe who's running behind the scenes and stuff.
No, that's definitely It's three women. They're lesbians. They're running it. That's who started it.
That's who. Okay. All right. Well, because I'm sorry, this timer's going off in my ear. Because I was just gonna say like that. Then it's like okay, like Black Lives Matter. It should just be all Black lives. Like I kind of got lost, so we had to break it into if you're cisgender, if you're homosexual, if you're queer. Like, are you Black? Okay, right. Like I did get kind of I didn't understand that, but I understand your stance. I get you, Q, but I didn't know if they were going that far. But I do agree that they're deviating a little bit from the movement because I feel like it's more about making sure that your life specifically and maybe your specific friend, make sure I cover everybody who's like me, who's like my friends, who's like my sir. Now, all of our lives matter on top of Black life. Like, that's what it kind of seemed like, and I don't know about that part.
That's kind of whack. I think that it should just be, and you're Black, then your life matter. You shouldn't have to deviate and break up. Like if you're this, if you're that, if you're not this, you can't do it. Like
it's like that Black trans movement, because that's another movement, and that started coming up to more of the uprising when Black Lives Matter. But it's almost like I don't want to disagree about Black lives. I don't want to about Black trans, but it's like you're doing the same thing of kind of saying like all lives matter or blue lives matter. You're differentiating yourself like you already included. Now I get it. Now when we kind of get off of this way,
they supposed to be included.
They should, but I get it. They're not, and I know you have a movement that you want to embrace, but it comes off like you're trying to make it more about you, and we're talking about Black lives, right? All Black lives. So I do have issue with that.
I get where y'all coming from, and if you read a lot of people who follow the movement, if you do connect with people of LGBTQ, all the rest of the letters, I have 2 colleagues in the educational field who are members of that, and one literally we had to have a conversation because it was like you said, it was trying to take the movement and go that way, and it's like, well, I can only speak for myself when I would say all Black lives. Like I want justice for anybody that's being killed in the LGBTQ, whoever's killing them. I want justice for them, just like I want justice still for Trayvon, like I want justice for Breonna, but I can only speak for me. But you do have, and then like I want justice for Sequoia Turner. I want justice for all this Black life, but that's only coming from me. And you have a lot of people who don't feel that, because then at the end of the day, then you have Black women by themselves. We've had this conversation already. The Black women who are like, well, everything we've been seeing for the men. But still, like in my Melanin News, there's now going to be an independent investigation of Elijah McClain, who was killed last year. Breonna was killed in March. Still nothing. You're going to have Black women who see that story, if they're news junkies, when they see that story, hey, yeah, okay, that's good for him. What about Breonna? And so the question is, even right now, how do we get all of this back in solidarity? How do we stand together in solidarity? Because the Black Lives Matter movement, you hear that. You hear people talk about the movement. Some people say they like Shaun King. They just take money. Some people love the Black Lives Matter movement. And then, if you watch right-wing TV, they another terrorist group. So they catch it out of here. So I get where you coming from, Q, in the situation with your fraternity brother, because it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
We in this in solidarity, but just like we say about labeling people and people's feelings, it kind of is what it is until we come to a point where we're going to do it in solidarity, no matter who the victim is. It's going to be like that.
That's real.
All right, guys. Yeah, we had a deep come on, Q, with the deep conversations, but that was some real talk, guys.
When he sent it to me, I was like, I didn't know the exact thing, but literally, Black Lives Matter is the organization, not the phrase. It is so controversial. And then, like I said, if you know Black LGBTQ, you have some. I have family members. They like me. It's about all Black life, but you literally have members of that movement, and they're taking it to the right because of what's going on with the Black trans and those Black trans women being killed, and there is nobody standing up for them. And you can't be mad with how they feel. It's just unfortunate that they don't have the support because of what a lot of people personally believe in with what they do in their personal life. Because you don't believe it, you won't support it.
And that's
but it's
not
like
right.
they all Black. They all Black.
They all Black.
We'll work on that later on in life, but they all Black. They need justice. Should nobody be killed in that manner that they are being killed. So
exactly.
When you saying it, I was like, yes, because nobody wants to talk about it. They get scared to talk about it.
All right. Well, we're going to keep talking about it on our website. Maybe Maya, I feel like a blog ruining her spirit, to talk about something like this. So, you make sure you go to our website at blackeducatedandbroke.com. We're going to take our last break, and Maya may address me then. But and then we're going to talk about our next week's show, what to expect, and more. So keep listening right here on Black Educated and Broke.
Do you have a business that needs a social media makeover? Or perhaps you just simply do not have the time to run your business and manage your social presence? Allow Randi PNR to take the wheel. From posting content to engaging with customers, Randi PNR will seamlessly handle all of your social media needs. For a list of all of their services, go to www.randiopnr.com or check them out on social media at Randi PNR. Take the worrying out of posting and allow the experts at Randi PNR to handle it for you.
All righty, we are back here on Black Educated and Broke. Maya, let me make it. Thank you, Maya. So, guys, we had a great show. Shout out again to Dro. Shout out to Slick James, and their single Truth. Like, we was all rocking that. Make sure y'all listen. Follow them boys on social media. Shout out to Q in the conversation. Again, it's going to be on our social media, guys. We definitely want you to weigh on blacklivesmatter.com. Do you agree or do you not agree? Okay. And then as far as next week's show, I want to give you a little teaser here. We're going to have another behind the scenes with Szn3. This is a strong maybe. Okay. And if you didn't hear our last show, we had Army Hicks Jr., director, actor, filmmaker, with his film out, which is called Circuit, which is on YouTube streaming now, and it is good. It is about sex trafficking. You might want to check it out. Listen to our last episode. Q, how can I listen to our last episodes?
Man, you really can just go on YouTube. That would be dope as hell. Because we definitely could use the views and subscribers on there. Like, we've built the audio platform. Y'all know y'all can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, SoundCloud. We know that. What we really need you guys to do is to hop on to YouTube. All right, you're going on there to watch your Smack URL videos, your yams. What's my man, Big Jaw?
Big Jaw, yes sir.
Y'all be watching all those videos. So go over there to Black Educated and Broke on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, click the bell. That way you get notified whenever we put up a new video.
That's right.
That way you don't even forget.
Like, share, comment, all of it.
I had somebody ask me this week about if we had a YouTube, and I was like, yep. So, yeah, do that, man. It's the visual. We need that human interaction. We stuck in the house. Probably for another 18 months. So we don't know. Let's make the best of it, man. See your people to see that they doing okay. All right.
All right. Q said it best. So it's been your girl Randi O.
Mike B.
It's Maya.
Boy, Ron, sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Listen, it's Q, and I'm about to get out of here and catch up on Snoop Dogg and DMX.
DMX and my dog Spike.
Where my dogs at?
We don't know if it's Wednesday or Friday. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Hey man, grab your phone, grab your mama phone, grab your auntie and your granny phone and tell them to follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook.
And that's going to be at Black Educated and Broke.
We also on YouTube, y'all. Subscribe.
And follow us on Twitter at BEB Podcast_ATL.
Now, if you forget, I'm about to kick you in the ass.
Ooh, not the A.
All right.
We in the A.